love the old Eat Winfield's Fine Foods sign. That is awesome. This is the little town of Eminence. I'm trying to remember if we've been through here before. We've camped outside of Eminence at Alley Spring. We've been to Round Spring. There's Round Spring, Alley Spring. What's Powder Mill? I don't know what that is.
There's so much down here.
Yeah, there is. There is a lot down here. There's Old Eminence Cemetery. That's an old cemetery right there. And this is also like a scenic byway.
Yeah, this is probably one of the rafting or canoeing rivers.
Oh yeah, tons of that rafting, canoeing. There's a campground right there. That's not the one we stayed at.
Jack's Fork right here.
Jack's Fork. Point isn't far from here. Current isn't far from here.
Yeah, basically this little town's revenues from in the summertime from all the kayaking and canoeing and stuff.
We are actually on the way to scout out a campground. It's a free one. And we do love our free camping. Whoa, what is this? Angel Line Conservation Area.
I thought maybe it's going to be a scenic overlook or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the point of that was. So, okay. Yes. Anyway, we do love our free camping, and we heard about this place on another YouTube video, and we want to go check it out, and we're going to share it with you guys in case you are interested, because it is always nice to find free camping. Primitive camping, yes, it is primitive. We're pretty high up. Oh, there's some more of that Angel Line Conservation Area. That's what this all is, evidently. Leaves off the trees, you can actually, see the hills and stuff rolling back over in there. It's a very pretty drive. It's a very windy road.
Kind of reminds me of Arkansas.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely, this is not like the northern part of Missouri, where it's more flat farmland stuff. It's prettier down here in the Ozarks. Very many people down in here. Yes, it is. You can see it underneath the snow. Huh. Let's say that's the lake. It's very pretty down in here. Probably even prettier in the spring and summer when the trees have leaves. Well, that's disappointing. It's closed. Well, I guess we can go down and see where the boat ramp and picnicking and swimming is. Why would that be open but the campground would be closed? I thought the forest campground stayed open year-round.
Then sharp right onto County Road 274.
Well, don't look like you can see the campground at all, can you?
No.
Thought maybe you'd be able to see it from here. Well, there's the lake. Well, there is bathrooms. Thought it said boat ramp. I see no boat ramp. Lake has got some ice on it. You can see there's a whole bunch of picnic tables. And I would imagine that's probably the beach right there in the summertime. Not now. It's pretty. Well, I didn't get to see the campground that we want to see. I was headed back towards Salem, Missouri, because there's a church that I want to find and take a picture of. And we were going down this highway. What highway was it? 19? Oh, KK. And it said, the sign said Devil's Well. And I had seen pictures of this before on certain Facebook groups that I'm in. And so we did a little turnaround and came back up. I'll show you this first. So there's actually a trail, 4.6 miles, which I'm not doing. But then, so this is the cave spring off the Current River. There's Wallace Well. Devil's Well is what we're at right here. Elevation 884 feet. But this is all connected underneath here. And there's that's the surface sinkhole, and then the Devil's Well is 80 to 100 feet deep, depending on local rainfall. The lake holds about 22 million gallons of water. And then this one says, oh wow, looks like they've had canoes or kayaks down in there before. Yeah, no. See, I won't do that kind of stuff. That's just scary. But if you want to pause and read any of that, feel free. Now, let's go over here and look at this well. Look at that. Right there. You can walk. There's steps down in there. You can walk all the way down in there. And you can hear the water. That's pretty cool. Wow, you can really hear it from here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's creepy. I don't think I'd ever want to go down in there, really.
No, I wouldn't mind, but right now I'm not because it's too icy and I'd end up falling down all those steps.
Yeah. Now we just got to make it back out of here. It's a pretty hairy ride down in here. Now we got to go up to get out. No problem. Good job.
Yeah, makes it look easy.
Yeah. So we run across this. This is Acres Ferry. And look at the old ferry boat. I'm gonna assume that they don't do this anymore, but I want to say it probably wasn't that long ago that they did do this. I think it took you, it took you across right here. Well, I don't know. See, there's the other part of K. This is the road. We're on K. That's K right there. And you see it ends at the water. So that's what the ferry did. It took people from here to there. Don't know what river that is. Maybe the Current River? I'm not really for sure. There's some info over there on that sign, but I'm not going to walk all the way over there to read it because, you know, that's me. That's kind of cool. Did not get very far up the road and saw this. Mount Zion Church stands on the hill just above Acres Ferry, just south of the Devil's Backbone overlook of the Current River. So that would be the Current River down there by the ferry. Beginning in the late 1930s, families in the Acres community worked together to construct beautiful native stone building as a place to worship and hold social gatherings. Construction lasted 9 years and finally ended December 21st, 1948. 1948, that's the year my dad was born. All right. Looks like the funding for the materials primarily came from donations of $320.53. Wow. Look at this cute little church. I do love getting pictures of cute little churches. We'll go peek in the window real quick and see what's in there. You can see in there just some few pews and a little pulpit stand, and looks like an old wood heater back in there. Nice little church. I like it. This is the little chapel that I was wanting to find so that I could get a picture of it. This is St. Jude Chapel, and it appears that they actually do still hold Mass from Memorial Day to Labor Day here on Saturdays at 5:30, I think's what the sign says. 3:30 or 5:30, I can't read it from here. Look at the setting. Is this not the most beautiful little church with these pines? Oh, so pretty. It's a shame that that one right there has fallen. And then you've got a nice little cross over here that says St. Jude underneath it. And it does look like there's some stuff back in there too. But the gates are locked, and I'm not going to disrespect by climbing over. Just really wanted to stop and get a picture. It says it's a Salem address, but Salem is quite a few miles that way. It's kind of out in the middle of Well, pretty much nothing but a couple of houses here and there.